Okay, so I'm just gonna start talking. I want to make a video about my plan for this next little while. And my plan is going to be to stop playing hockey as a profession and as my job. And I've been trying to do this for the last couple years, and it's been super difficult to transition out, even though I feel like that's what I want to do. Part of me finds it so hard to let go of that. And it feels like I'm at a place where I'm going to have to literally force myself to just try something else. And this is something I've been thinking about trying to do. What initially sparked my drift from hockey was learning about spirituality and reading a book about spirituality and the ego and nature of reality, nature of the universe. It was actually The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, or Tolle. I'm not sure how you say that, but that was the book. And since then, I feel like I've had one foot in, one foot out the door in hockey because I don't know why. My passion, my obsession shifted maybe from hockey to whatever that is, like learning about the nature of reality, also like self-development and stuff like that. Like I don't know why it just happened like that, where I kind of lost something in me, got triggered, and I kind of lost some of the spark I had for hockey. So that being said, the plan is to try to start making videos. My mom is a real estate agent, so I'm going to start making videos for her as a way to firstly make money and to get better at making videos, because I don't know if I don't know if that's gonna be the thing that I end up loving to do, but I feel like I'm going to have to try to force myself to just bite the bullet. And when I make these kinds of plans, I'll have tons of inspiration talking about it, and then an hour goes by and I'm like, fuck, do I really want to do this? And the motivation goes away and I'm just question myself and everything. So I feel like that spark is not something you're always going to have, especially in the beginning, because it's going to suck. Like, not being good at things in the beginning is not fun. So I'm going to have to push through that phase. And then what I also want to do is I want to start making like YouTube journals like this, like verbal journaling, and keeping a record of them, because the video thing is kind of just like a side thing to start to bring in some money. And then my idea is I want to start making videos talking about the kind of stuff I'm passionate about now, like the nature of reality. And I also thought, okay, camera shut off there for a second, but I also thought that the one thing that I've known I need to get better at my whole life is my ability to talk and articulate, and be more comfortable and confident in social situations. And that's one of the main reasons why I want to start making these journals too, is I want to practice speaking and articulating what's on my mind. And I feel like doing that will help me be able to think and speak more clearly, which will give me more confidence in interactions. And that's been my core wound, like the thing I felt like the most insecure about my whole life is the shyness and just dealing with that insecurity in social situations. So the main goals here are to like just commit to getting good at making videos, make these videos. Maybe one day I'll make them more interesting visually, along with the talking, so that they're more enjoyable to watch. But the skill I want to improve the most here is my ability to speak. So I'm going to be making real estate videos as a way to make some money and practice videography, and then practice this speaking. And that's like, if I'm not playing hockey anymore, that's going to be kind of my next passion, is trying to, and my next skill I'm going to try to develop is the ability to speak. And I don't know where this will lead. Maybe I figure out something that really works for me and really helps, and I continue to share stuff on video and keep track of my progress. And then maybe one day, when I have something solid that I figured out, I can share that with people. And maybe that's another twist in my path later on, that maybe I help people get over the same thing that I felt has held me back my whole life. And I can speak to people. Like, talking in front of groups is like worse than death for me. Like, my biggest fear, I had a terrible experience with that when I was young. Bombing in a speech, just completely freezing up, like having a panic attack in front of like an auditorium, like a small auditorium, like probably 30 or so people, but froze up. And it was probably the most embarrassing moment of my life. And so I have this crazy vision of getting better at speaking and using what was once the thing that was my biggest burden, my biggest insecurity, my voice, and be able to deliver a powerful speech, confidently, articulately, and just be able to share my experiences with people, and help them get over that too, if they're dealing with that same thing. And I really want to make these videos. I'm gonna be talking about myself and my experience, like like a verbal journal. But I think a lot of it is gonna be talking about the mind and psychology, because I want to make it very spontaneous, and whatever comes to my mind, I want to speak about. And I find a lot that when I just talk in that way, I start talking about my mind, and things that interest me, like the nature of reality and psychology. And I start just kind of stream of consciousness talking about my own life and my own experiences that I'm going through. So it's going to be talking about that nature of reality stuff, spiritual stuff, psychology, and also keeping track of my progress in talking. So I don't want to talk too much, but um, I wanted to start making these videos fucking today. So, and there's a lot of fear about people seeing these videos, and but that's just something that I'm gonna have to deal with too. So I'll keep it there for this one.